Okay, today is December the 12th. I didn't ask. We have just spent the beginning of class trying to fix up yesterday's test. My plan was not to originally be absent, but with a workshop, I sometimes have to be. Now, I thought that test day was going to be a good day to be gone till I looked at the papers and there were a lot of blank spots. So, we have just spent the beginning of class kind of fixing up the test. Please sit down now. Please sit down. I didn't ask again. My problem is, you've interrupted the class 3 or 4 times today. I need you to sit down. Please. Thank you. Now, today, after this test, we are now going to work on this 9 weeks review. It is what I'm going to call starting out as classwork and then finishing for homework. I'm not doing all of it right now. I'm going to do pieces and parts, which I have done in every class. And then tomorrow, the parts that I leave blank, we will check. I'll finish going over it. I just kind of want to get them started, give them a refresher on some of the old stuff especially, okay? This test is not until Tuesday, but we just want to start early. Okay, here we go. So starting out with number 1. It says, what is the solution to the problem in lowest terms? Basically, all they mean is, can you solve it? Okay. First off, when I see division of fractions, and I know it's been a while, I write it sideways, and I'm going to recopy it only because it really won't fit over there. So, 3 and 5/6 divided by 1/2. Now, the first thing we got to remember is we got to change the mixed number to an improper fraction. So we got to do 6 times 3 is 18, plus the 5 is 23 over 6. We're going to copy the second part, which is divided by 1/2. Now, we don't divide fractions. We actually do keep, change, flip. So, we keep the 23/6, change to multiply, and flip it over to 2 over 1.
Wait, hold on.
No, listen. If you leave the room, you need to just jump in where I'm at. Now, when you divide, you don't divide. You keep, change, flip, and we change it to multiply. Now we are in what I would call that magic box where you could either cross simplify or you could just multiply straight across. So, 23 times 2 is 46. 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, next thing is I notice the top number is bigger. So, 6 into 46, how many times?
7.
7, which is 42. There are 4 left over out of 6. But it simplifies by 2. So, 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 6 3. And then it doesn't simplify anymore. Yes?
Can you explain? Is there any other questions where you're going to do the same thing so I can understand? I understand like everything.
No, please sit down. Here's my problem. Just listen. You were out in the restroom. I've already given a whole spill. I'm going to do what I can on this study guide today in class. But I'm leaving you with a lot of it because I will have done examples of it. You take it home, you finish it, bring it back tomorrow, and I'll kind of do like probably a classwork grade or whatever tomorrow. So what I don't do today, I'll do tomorrow. Yes? Do what? Yeah, I'd finish my task first. Okay? Yes?
Number 6 and 7 are the same.
Okay. Here's my guys. I need you to just kind of just listen.
No, it's not.
Yes.
y'all simplified 6 and 2?
Yes. Okay, just number 1. Listen. Yes, I called it the magic box, but yeah, you could have simplified the 2 and the 6 and made it a 1 and a 3. Would have given you 23 thirds, but it still would be 7 and 2/3. Listen, just kind of stick with me, and I promise I'm going to do enough that you should know what to do when you walk out. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is a flat-out multiplication. But I'm going to tell you right now, they're trying to trick you with the 10 times 10 on the bottom.
Oh, I get it now.
10 times 10 is
100.
100, not 10. We're not doing common denominators. Okay, you're literally multiplying them. Number 3. Smiley poured 1 1/5 cup of water into each glass. He has 10 glasses. How much water did Smiley pour? Now think about it. You got 10 glasses lined up. What kind of math is that?
Division.
You're putting it in each cup.
Subtraction. Addition. Multiplication.
Multiply. Listen, 1 1/5, 1 1/5, 1 1/5, 1 1/5. Instead of adding all those 1 1/5s, you want to multiply to make it easier. So it is 1 1/5 times 10. Well, let's multiply. So 1 1/5 would be 6/5 times 10 over 1. We sling it over 1 when it's a whole number. Okay, you could do cross simplifying, but either way, it's kind of easy because 60 divided by 5 is 12. So it's 12 cups of water. If they're wanting you to do something repeatedly over and over 10 times, usually it's multiplication. Yes. The study guide's over there. Okay, now getting through these, like these are just the same kind of math, but listen, you got to look at 6 and 7. They are different. It's in front of the trays, babe. Okay, this one is multiplied by. This one is divided by. You got to look at words. The denominator is which number? The denominator is which number? The bottom. Okay, when they use the word like in here, they use like reciprocal. What does reciprocal mean? Flip it, right? And we use reciprocal when we multiply or divide? Divide. When we divide, we use the reciprocal. We flip over the second fraction. So with this one, it's kind of like you have to piece and part and try to figure out which one matches. So I kind of worked it, and then I figured out which one matched it. Okay, I'm going to go down to 9 and show you something. Yes? Okay. You're welcome. So on number 9, it does have weird directions. All you should be doing is just solving it. We don't want to even check it. They're just making it short and sweet. Yes, there are some decimals. And there is a fraction. But you can add and subtract fractions and multiply and divide decimals. You don't have to on this one. They made it short. Okay, we're just solving them. Okay, the next part. They got match again. Well, all it is write the inequality for the for each statement. All you're doing on this is write the inequality, just like the test you just turned in. Okay. Now, this is the part I like. It's different. on these bottom two questions, 17 and 18, these directions where it says write an inequality for the graph should honestly also be right there, because these directions don't make sense. All it is we obviously copied some stuff off the 9 weeks test and it doesn't work. Please turn around all the way so she doesn't interrupt you, you don't interrupt her, and I can keep teaching. Thank you. Okay, these are odd because it's kind of like the backwards of the way we've been doing it. Meaning, they gave you a number line. You got to figure out what the inequality would be. So, think about what we did. We had to have a variable in front. Did they give us a variable? No. So we're just going to guess whatever letter you want it to be. Now, they did give us a number to base this on. 4. It is the main number because it's got the circle there. So we know they want a 4 on that side. Okay? Looking at this thing, they have darkened, it's kind of hard to tell, this side. So x, but listen, x is these answers. So x is what compared to 4? Less than. Do I need the equal to sign?
No.
No, because it is an open circle. All it is we would graph, we would take this and make the number line. All this is backwards. They give you the number line, you give me the inequality. It's not hard, it's just different. Now, just put the paper on the floor. Here we go. You can clean it up afterwards. Here we go. On number 19 and 20. This is what we just did on the last test you just turned in. You should be able to do these two. Okay. 21 has a big issue, and I hope you're listening. When we talked distance, and I want you to see something right here, it says, what is the distance from the library to the school? Okay, when I taught distance to 6th graders, I told you that it has to be in a straight line, either up and down or side to side. There couldn't be any crookediness, okay? That's later in life, 7th and 8th and 9th grade. Okay, meaning if they want me to do the library and the school, the problem is they're not straight across from each other. Okay, help me out. Listen, we're going to move the library down one spot. So the library is going to be right there. Like, that's the library now. Okay. Now, to refresh our brain on coordinate planes, ordered pairs, and all that. Okay. This is a coordinate plane. Okay. They're wanting us to compare the library and the school. Okay. Now, officially, these are ordered pairs. We need an X first and a Y second. So for the library, I go across to -1 and up 2. Does everybody see that? -1 and 2. So over here, I'm going to write -1 and 2. Okay, for the school, I go over 4 and up 2. Okay, over 4, up 2. Okay, so now for distance, you're looking at basically these. How far is it from -1 to 4? 5 spots or 5 spaces. Distance is always positive, even if it's going into that negative side. So it's just 5 dots. It'd be like jumping 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, on number 22, hint, hint, all they're asking you for is the ordered pair for the house or the home. So you look over here and you give me where X and Y are, the ordered pair for the house and the home. Or home, sorry, home. And home is up here, like there's a dot. You're telling me where it's at. Okay, going down to 23 through 26. Okay, there is no correct symbol to choose. I'm just going to tell you. You need these and only these symbols in that section. Meaning, you should either put a less than, a greater than, or an equal to. These are your only 3 choices for this section. So put these symbols next to it so you remember what to do. Now, the last 3 I'm going to do with you, just kind of waking you up about the 3 topics. We did it. It's just been a while. Okay, on 27, simplify using the distributive property. This is where we passed out that number. So, 7 needs to be distributed to the m and the 2. So 7 times m is 7m.
Plus 2 is 9.
No. Plus 7 times 2 is 14. Right.
I remember this.
Don't go too fast because one of the answer choices might be that. That's one of the most common mistakes. People either just put in plus 2 or plus 9 or something like that.
And then the ones that have like the m's, we don't know the answer to.
Right. We can't solve it because we don't know m.
But the ones without like m's or nothing, we can solve it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I
Okay.
remember this.
So this one says to simplify this algebraic expression.
Oh.
When they say simplify, they just mean clean it up. Put the stuff together that matches. What matches down here?
6x.
Which is
8x.
8x. And then bring down the plus 5. That's right. 6x plus 2x.
And we don't know the answer to that one.
Can't answer it because you don't know x. Okay, and 29. They give you right here, x is 3, y is 12. So that means they must want you to fill it in. I got 7 times x, which is 3. Then copy the minus 10 plus y is 12. Okay? I'm just filling in my x and y. Right here is the math problem. Now, we got to do parentheses first, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. These we do left to right. Okay? Count this as multiplication. So, start out, there's no official parentheses or exponents. Start out with this meaning multiply. So 7 times 3, 21. Okay. Bring down the rest of the problem.
23. The answer would be 23.
Okay. Then, you need to do add or subtract from left to right. Because that's all that's left is subtraction, addition.
Wait,
So,
how did you get 72?
I don't know. I just losing my mind.
It-
I know. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Okay.
The answer is 23.
Okay. Y'all, honestly, you're saying so much, it's kind of like throwing me off. Listen. Breathe. Okay. Here's the thing. Some people are getting 1 or negative 1. Listen. You got to go across and do this first. 21 minus 10 is 11. Then add the 12, which is 23. Yes. Now, here is the plan. You finish the rest. Now, quit talking. You're finishing the rest. I was able to finish it in this amount of time in 5th period. The ones who sat here and did it, finish it. The ones who sat here and stared at it, did it. Finish it, please, right now, for homework.